During his appearance on Steve Bannon's podcast at CPAC, Matt Gaetz slammed House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy because he's just not loyal enough to Daddy Trump. Let's watch.
Talk to us about a real January 6th, and who's going to set it up? Is McCarthy going to do this? Jim Jordan going to do this? Are we going to have a real January 6th that goes through the whole thing, including adjudicating what happened on 3 November of 2020?
Well, if anyone posits to be the leader of our party and our movement, they cannot stand for the swamp and the establishment and the bureaucratic permanent state. They have to stand with us in exposing these issues. And if Kevin McCarthy will not allow us to be able to find out these answers, he should not be the leader of the Republican conference.
What do you guys think about that? Do we want Jim Jordan?
So promoting Jim Jordan as Speaker of the House, should Republicans take back the House of Representatives, is an interesting choice, especially since he has been accused of providing cover for sexual misconduct at a university, and he would be promoted by someone like Matt Gaetz, who is under DOJ investigation for potentially paying to have sex with a minor. Now, audio was leaked of McCarthy telling House GOP members on January 10th, 2021, that he was going to urge Trump to resign following the Capitol riot. Gaetz at the time slammed the California lawmaker for his comments, and several days later hinted that he would support Jim Jordan for GOP leader over McCarthy. As recently as June, Gaetz was still pushing the idea of Jordan as the leader of the GOP-led Congress. And in April, Fox News host Tucker Carlson called him a puppet of the Democratic Party. Yes, that is exactly right, Tucker. Kevin McCarthy is a puppet of the Democratic Party. Yes, in the weird alternate reality that you live in, Kevin McCarthy is doing favors for Democrats. Anyway, I think it's hilarious because Kevin McCarthy does everything that he can to provide cover for Trump. So yeah, after the Capitol was, dealing with this massive Trump-led riot that focused on attacking members of Congress, Kevin McCarthy was like, oh, maybe we should call on him to step down. But he immediately changed his mind and started providing cover for Trump again. In fact, after Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence was raided by the FBI following a warrant that was signed by a federal judge, McCarthy said that as soon as they gain power of the House, they're going to launch an investigation. Attorney General Merrick Garland, preserve your documents and clear your calendar. I have seen enough. The Department of Justice has reached an intolerable state of weaponized political, basically using this as a political investigation into Trump. When Republicans take back the House, we will conduct immediate oversight of this department, follow the facts, and leave no stone unturned. So he's threatening to investigate Merrick Garland.
Yeah, but not enough.
Not enough, it's never enough.
No amount of ass kissing is enough. No amount of being a radical lunatic is enough. No amount of kneeling and degrading yourself is enough. Because McCarthy, like on the day of January 6th, or as Bannon would call it, 6 January of 2020 or 2021, why does he speak like that? Just small side note. 3 November of 2020, who says that? Anyways, so on that day, Kevin McCarthy was like, hey, could you, Mr. President, could you please not have your followers murder us? They're like, disloyal, we hate him forever, okay? Later, by the way, McCarthy would, right away after that, go back down to Mar-a-Lago and get on his hands and knees in front of Donald Trump.
Yep, that's right.
But no, not enough. I would love it if they pulled his leadership if they win the House. And they were like, oh yeah, we're just messing with you, man. We got you to walk around like a little gimp, okay? And hey, here, fetch little boy, and made you fetch little sausages. And then we gave it to Jim Jordan anyway.
No kink shaming, by the way.
Okay, if you're into it, that's fine. But it doesn't look like Kevin McCarthy's into it. But there are literal lunatics in the Republican Party, and people are into it. So like,
just like, at what point do Republicans gain some self-respect?
Never.
Have some damn dignity, man. Like,
no, I'll give Mitch McConnell this. He does a little backpedaling from time to time, and it's strategic, and you could tell, but he signals it. He's like, I am saying this, but I don't really mean it, right? But overall, he stood way firmer than any of these guys. The Lindsey Grahams, the Ted Cruzes.
I mean, all these Republican lawmakers like walking up with their junk in their hand. They're like, yes, please castrate me, please, Daddy Trump, please embarrass me, please castrate me. I want it so bad. That is what politics has devolved to on the right. It's just sad. It's so sad.
Yeah, I almost wish for them that it was a kink. Like if you tell me it's a kink, I'm like, okay, I get it. God bless, free country, right?
At least we could understand it.
Yeah, but if you think that you're being manly, you're like a right-wing alpha, and the right-wing alpha thing to do is to lick between Donald Trump's toes, you have a different understanding than I do. Okay, and by the way, right-wingers, you want to keep voting for these guys? Half of them are lunatics, and half of them are the weakest people you've ever seen in your life.
What are they doing for you? Like, just for a moment, take yourself out of all the manufactured drama that they try to distract you with. What are they doing for you specifically? And I'm not talking about what they say they're gonna do for you. What have they done through policy, through governing, that has actually materially improved your life? Just curious. And if the answer is nothing, you're getting played. Similar to how Democratic voters get played by all these hyped up reports about the Inflation Reduction Act. Like, guys, wakey, do a little reading and try to ask yourselves before you decide to, defend all these politicians to the death, what have they actually done for you? And these Republicans talking about the swamp. You guys are the swamp. Yeah. You can't get enough of the swamp. They swim in the swamp all day, all night. They love the swamp monsters because they fund their campaigns.
Yeah, last thing, Trump says this all the time, and today a lot of people in right-wing media were saying, they say Trump is you. If they're attacking Trump, they're gonna come for you next.
No.
And it's a prelude to coming for you. He's defending you by taking all the blows, otherwise they would be at your doorstep, right? No, Trump isn't you. He inherited $413 million. He's solidly among the elites. He didn't even earn it. He was just handed the money, right? And he gets you to defend him, who's at a minimum multi-millionaire. He claims billionaire, and when in reality he's never done anything for you. How is he you? He never argued for higher wages. He argued for lower wages.
He's playing golf at Mar-a-Lago while his supporters who stormed the Capitol are sitting in prison. Trump is not you because Trump has been treated as though he is above the law. If an ordinary Republican voter carried out the criminal acts that Trump has carried out, they would be in prison. Many of them from January 6th are in prison, even though Trump himself said that he was gonna march to the Capitol with them. Just, guys, my fellow Americans, I'm just looking out for you. Be smarter, stop getting played. That's it, that's all I wanna say.